What is going on, guys, and welcome back to E3 week. Today is all about that Capcom presentation. So we're just waiting. It's like about 2 minutes until we go live for the Capcom. Hopefully, we see some good things coming from it. Should be some good things. Maybe an update of Resident Evil would be nice. Maybe they'll show some love and give me Beautiful Joe, a remastered, a new game. Doesn't matter. But let me tell you something. If they put 1 and 2 on the Switch and drop it today, you bet your ass that I will be joining that crusade and buying those games. I definitely buy them, especially if they're like $40. I think that's a perfect price for them. But we're just coming into seeing when we will be going live, which they have about min 30 seconds. So that should be an interesting. I'm very curious with the Capcom press conference. I don't know what to expect. I think it will be good. I definitely think they will deliver as one of the better conferences. I mean, the Indie Showcase was great. It did show a couple of games. Not as many as I would have liked to see, but what can you do? But Capcom should deliver. I see them maybe having a couple surprises here and there. But as we get into it, we should be having a special guest come in, and he is here. So let's add him to the stream right now. How are you, Joe?
Oh, amazing, buddy. How are you?
Good. We got about 45 seconds until the Capcom panel. What do you expect? Anything? You want to see anything?
What I expect, I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention to Capcom.
Okay.
Give me a new game. Give me Capcom 5 or whatever.
Capcom 5.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom.
I could see that. I mean, Marvel is definitely more into the gaming right now. We saw Guardians yesterday, but we have about 21 seconds until showtime. I'm very excited.
We know Resident Evil came out, so not giving us one of those.
You never know. They could also maybe talk about there's the Resident Evil 4 VR experience, which I think could be huge. So we have no sound at the moment, so let me fix that up for everybody. And we got some sound, so any minute now we should be starting. So it should be an enjoyable show, and here we go. Without further ado, what do we got here? What do we got? Give me that Beautiful Joe collection. That would make my day. E3 exclusive. Bum bum bum. Capcom usually does good work. They haven't been around at E3 for the last couple of years, but they usually only show up when they have something to show. So I definitely see nice 20 to 30 minute conference right here. Tell us what you've been working on. Tell us what we have coming this holiday season, and I'll be good.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase.
What's up?
I'm your host, Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from Capcom. We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. And we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
You're very
first
excited.
Stop today, Resident Evil Village. The Resident Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival horror. The team has been blown away by the response to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates its 25th anniversary this year. I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Fantastic game. Definitely my game of the year at the moment. Without a doubt.
There's nothing to fear.
She's everything to me.
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest now.
Dun dun dun. So give me an update. Give me DLC. Give me something.
Hi everyone, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda,
What's
producer
going
of
on?
Resident Evil Village. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in Survival Horror. As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil Reverse, where players go
There
head
you go.
with their
Mhm.
favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons.
I think you would be able to
I'm
get
now
behind
happy
this.
to announce that Resident Evil Reverse will go live next month across all supported platforms. So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
Very nice. Very happy about that. More info later. Yep. Expected. I mean, if you didn't expect DLC from this game, you
Thank
crazy.
you, Kanda-san, for that wonderful update. Next up, some long-awaited news from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside
So the multiplayer
monsters
game
or
comes out
battling them
next
with
month.
friends, we've got something for you.
Which I think is good.
First, let's dive into the new story.
There's something to look into. There's nothing what, girly?
Monster Stories 2, Wings of Ruin.
I've always been interested in the Monster Hunter world series. The Switch. Oh yeah, it's I believe a Switch exclusive. If I'm correct.
I tried to play it. It wasn't great. Oh, that was an older one though. Whatever the free one was.
Monster Hunter World.
That one.
Red may have been strong and skilled.
I feel like this is a perfect game for the Switch, though.
He was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
All around, things just kept getting worse. But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolu Island. I went there to see Red's old monster again. Then, of course, that's when I met you.
You were given Red's kinship stone, and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
I believe this game comes out in July for the Switch. You get this thing and it like follows you around.
I'm sure you, McJiggles, and Alex can play this one.
Nah, I can never get into Monster Hunter.
You should have said you were curious or something.
Curious, but there's too many top tier games that I would play before this. Monster Hunter is a game that you need to have a group with 100%.
You could have a group. You just got to pull Skunk off of fucking army men,
That is true too.
and you'd be good to go. You'd be golden.
It'd be like that Avengers.
Yeah, probably get a game, play it like twice, and be done.
They did have some cool DLC coming along the way, and it's all free.
What kind of power does Ratha really have? Why?
So we got a nice little story trailer here. Get you excited. Like I said, I believe it's July 23rd. This game might be coming out somewhere around there.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice, Ratha will become anxious too. He needs to know that you will protect him no matter what.
The fuck is that
I
cat
can
looking
sense
thing?
the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
I wonder if he grows up with you in the story. That would be like a cool little thing. If he starts babiness and then teens, goes to adulthood. That'd be pretty cool.
No, they don't make games like that anymore.
Really, you can groove with fellow
That is
humans.
fair.
They have the power of kinship. They're friends. They're monsters. Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That makes them strong. My friends here taught me that. I believe in the strength of humanity.
The old strength of humanity.
Yep, stories too. July, I want to say like 23rd? Somewhere around there, maybe, possibly. On the Switch. Oh, don't give me a date, it's fine, game. Free title update. Definitely looks nice on the Switch, though.
There's your date.
Say July 15th. I knew it was July. Free trial available. Oh, nice. See? Good on you, Monster Hunter. That's what I like to see. You get a demo.
And now you're getting it. Walk it in.
Walking in, no problems. Mario Golf comes out in a couple of weeks, so that will have my attention.
I know you're such a golfer.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta enjoy 18 holes.
Mm-hmm.
July 9th. Yep.
That's what he said.
Looks pretty epic, right? And how about that announcement? The canine companion Palamute from Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter Stories 2 as one of the new monsties in the first free title update coming soon after the game.
She's so excited.
You can get an early peek at the game with the Monster Hunter Stories
Nothing wrong with that, kid.
trial version starting on June 25th, which also carries your progress over to the full game release just a few weeks later on July 9th. That's not the only way to join the hunt. Millions of you made Monster Hunter Rise a huge success earlier this year, and we have even more content coming, including a new collaboration on the Rise. Let's find out more.
I believe it's top 5 actually on the eShop, like consistently top 5, which is pretty.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's lots of people who enjoy this game.
There's not a lot of big things coming for the Switch.
Uh-oh.
As far as we know, tomorrow might change that.
Good.
Oh, is there like a combo pack? I'd be down to get a combo pack.
I have a good feeling. What will it be? Moon's blessing emerge.
Big monsters fighting. Very cool. And there's a nice little event. Very nice. Still blows my mind this game is played on the Switch, especially in handheld and everything. And it's able to keep the frame rate. That's very impressive. Little festival. What's with everybody fucking festivals lately? Everything festival. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there's always festivals going on. This goes to Tsushima right here. Very nice. Give us a nice little updated roadmap. With it, thank you, Capcom.
There has never been a better time to be a Monster Hunter fan. With all the new updates to Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2 this summer. We can't wait to hear about your own stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for us this July. Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to explore with the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So he's a good old Ace Attorney, that guy.
And future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan.
Yep.
We'll travel back in time to the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now, let's hear more about the story.
Bless you, girl, for being able to pronounce half these names.
I mean, I'm sure it's a big part of her job.
I've always been curious with the Ace games because it's like you're a lawyer and you gotta like get clues. Reminds me a little bit of like Danganronpa.
There you go.
And I like the art style too. Like it's just very impressed.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
And you just figure out mysteries, and it's.
Who are you? Sherlock Holmes. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case.
I'm double tasking, watching the stream while watching this. So. I don't know if you have the stream delay on, but God, it's a big difference. And a little laggy, not gonna lie.
On my end?
No, well, on Twitch, every now and then there's a couple lag spikes. So I don't know if it's because it's like the third hand me down. It's coming from them to you, and then from you to them type of deal. Every now and then you get Monster Hunter's had a couple skips. I guess with this because it's words, maybe not so much.
Maybe.
But
You're the best lawyer in the world.
Let me tell you something. If I had patience, I'd play this game.
So we have
good old patience.
and 8 mini escapades where you can take on the role of a defense attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at 2 gameplay features new to the franchise from the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles: Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Hello, I'm Jonathan.
Minor spoilers may be included. That's such a great thing.
Oh man, they spoiled it for you.
I'm saying.
Sons of bitches.
Capcom Team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay features, Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination, coming to the Ace Attorney series.
Did you sleep last night? No.
Not at all.
Who sleeps?
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Susato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock.
Herlock Holmes.
Oh, there's the guy with the beard.
Herlock will proceed to present his logic and reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet flawed series of conjectures.
It's 100% Danganronpa.
There you go. Then you gotta get it.
Yeah, but I haven't played the third Danganronpa yet. It's on my list to do. That game is intense, and you really have to explore every corner and everything. And I expect nothing less from the Ace Attorney games.
Hey. Whatever he's doing over there, pointing the things.
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deduction. At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery.
That's cool.
As players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information. Upon uncovering the truth, Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
Old man identity. Very cool.
Courtroom battles Players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white, representing a not guilty verdict.
Objection.
In summation, examination
Overruled.
take a stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict. You'll have to identify conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor.
Yep.
Examine each statement carefully and select 2 contradicting jurors and call out the flaws in their logic. Be ready to provide evidence from the court record to help prove the contradiction in their claims.
Yep.
If you successfully point out one of these contradictions among the jurors, you might just change their minds, too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor. Bring each contradiction to light and persuade the jury to help prove your client's innocence.
That is cool. Like I said, I've always been curious about this game.
This has just been a small taste of the exciting new gameplay features in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are very excited to get this game in the hands of both new fans and diehard fans.
And it's available.
Oh man.
See, I like what they're doing where they're showing games that are coming out in the next month or two.
Exciting new adventures and titles.
Yeah, you might as well since they're coming out shortly.
That's a look at the new premieres from Capcom. But what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from 2 of the stars of Capcom.
Esports, let's go.
V and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel World Open, Street Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters. Over to you guys.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Capcom Esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour, as well as Street Fighter League, competitive Street Fighter V player, and host extraordinaire, Hollywood, Rob TV. What's going on, Rob? Oh, my goodness.
Esports needs to keep rolling. Get that popularity going up higher and higher.
Oh, it definitely will. I have no doubts.
Like they had, like Overwatch League was on ESPN.
Yep.
So now with a new Overwatch eventually coming out.
You could also look at Evo and how that has just been taken off. I remember, I think it was a couple of years ago that like Spike or somebody did like the finals on TV.
It was probably because Spike was in the gaming then, and G4 and all that.
Exactly. They did like, oh, these are the top 8 of Street Fighter. Because granted, you have fucking thousands of people at E3, at Evo playing it. So same thing with the Smash Melee. Obviously, others not so much, but
well, whatever that channel you guys had back in the day had all this esports and everything on there too.
It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all, Capcom Cup. Item just reset in grand finals of Capcom Cup. So behind me, you can see in all of its glory the Capcom Pro Tour 2021.
well, it's presented by Red Bull, obviously.
They just keep showing Red Bull every 2 seconds.
All our events and broadcast it live from the stage. We check out all of the top competitors from each and every one of these regions. And speaking of, the Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom.
There you
Pro Tour.
go.
We're spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into Capcom Cup this season. I'm absolutely excited because, again, that is a big change from what 2020 was into what we can expect for 2021. And Margo is your first qualifier for Japan for the Capcom Pro Tour. Not only can you catch the Capcom Pro Tour live on the Capcom Fighters channel, you can do so on a plethora of platforms. We have it on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Of course, if you don't catch it live, you can also check out the VODs for all the competitive
of course.
you need to become a successful Street Fighter.
There you go. I like what they're doing here.
Community-focused content that we have on Capcom Fighters. We have
No Neutral, the official pre-show of the Capcom Pro Tour. We have sets where we take players from around the world and play off in an exhibition first to 10. Not only that, actually, we do have Street Fighter League that's happened season after season, non-stop action, 6 games of 3, duke it out in this battle tournament series to see who will walk away with the championship and the $150,000 prize.
Street Fighter League is something that you don't want to miss because normally we only have 1v1 content. But now you actually have your teammates at your back, and every decision that you make is not just about you anymore.
Look for more news on Street Fighter League later this year. It's Oki time. What's going to happen? He checks it. He checks the movement. What's happening? It's so good.
Let's not forget, the Intel World Opening is happening right now. Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their place in the World Finals happening next month. Be sure to check out the website for more information, including current standings and broadcast schedule.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logged in during this period will receive an exclusive competitive title and dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
I highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future Capcom Pro Tour updates on the Capcom Fighters.
Presented by Red
And
Bull.
we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan region. We've had a couple of more events going on afterwards, but the action does not stop. In fact, we're going to be continuing off with the Midwest region for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're definitely excited about that.
100%. I mean, of course, your boy is from Ohio. Make sure you guys tune in to see the tournament.
That changes things. He's from Ohio, guys.
He's going all the way, apparently.
Yeah.
Head to head.
There he is.
Here's my. I'm curious about. Oh yeah, best in the world. Look at this guy.
Now it's definitely lagging hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's lagging over at other places too.
Okay. I'm just saying.
No, I get you. Very cool. Okay.
Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far,
I
and
mean, we didn't miss anything, but you know,
Road to Capcom Cup
them all good.
Crazy fans.
I'll get out.
and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw. Resident Evil Village is back with the latest installment of the survival horror experience and RE Verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have new adventures to embark on in the world of Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history of Phoenix Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere yet. Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3 portal to watch all these videos again and more. I'm Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer. Thank you for being part of the
Nice seltzer.
E3 this year.
Is it hard seltzer or is it just regular seltzer? That's what I need to know.
It might be hard seltzer. All right, so there we go. Okay, that was I guess a conference.
I need a 4-player Resident Evil co-op. That's what I need.
Oh, 100%. I just
like
feel
Raccoon City, something like that.
100%. I feel like this could have been in a blog post. I mean, you really didn't have to go through an E3 thing. You could have just said, here's our roadmap. I mean, similar to what Square Enix did yesterday, they at least showed Guardians of the Galaxy, and there was other stuff besides, the roadmap that we already knew for Avengers. So it's cool that Capcom was like, hey, just remember that Ace Attorney's coming out. I know a lot of people.
I think that's why they did it. Just to let you know, it comes out in a little more than a month for both games.
But I definitely think it was, what were we, 20 minutes? Yeah, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes of this. Absolutely, like everybody else has been doing. They're just doing the nice quick hits. I definitely feel, though, tomorrow will be the bigger one which is Nintendo, which is at noon Eastern Standard Time or 9 a.m. Pacific. So make sure you guys check that out over here on YouTube, over on Twitch. and we're going to see that Zelda's 35th anniversary, which is supposed to be big and hyped. A lot of spoilers. I'm not looking at it. I'm trying to avoid them. But for everything else, E3, check out the channel. Thank you, Mr. Joe Rush, for joining me for this Capcom.
Face fingers the right direction.
There
Yes,
you go.
sir.
So until next time, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.